Okay. Hello, beautiful souls. It's a beautiful day in the natural world. My name is Farah, and I like to make videos about how the feeling of the sacredness of nature within us supports and nourishes us to feel everything else we need to feel in our human experience to evolve, expand, and flourish. So today we're talking about who we think we are not. So I'm wondering if you've ever had an experience where life is calling you into a way of being that you thought you were not. So maybe in your personality, if you have more softness, life is calling you into an experience where you need to sort of carve an edge or draw a very clear edge. Or maybe in your personality, you're naturally a bit edgier, and life is calling you to step into your softness and really embrace that. And sometimes when we find ourselves in these moments where life is calling us to step into parts of us that our minds think we are not, it can be a bit unsettling. I know definitely for me in my experience, when I have met those moments in my life, I something in the mind just goes, that's not me. I would never do that. Or that's not who I am. Or how could I do that? I'm not this. And it could be for anything, it could be like softness or edges, ideas of being good or bad, ideas of being quiet or loud, inward or outward, all of these sort of polarities. And the mind sort of creates these constructs, these concepts of who we think we are. And, when I ask myself about those constructs, I go like, oh, I wonder what is it about that, you could call it a belief or an idea of self. I wonder how that's serving me. And so often when I ask myself that question, there's something about that idea of this me, the mind, that was really or has been bringing me a sense of security or a sense of control over something when I felt unsteady. And at other times, it was related to some conditioning that I had picked up along the way, and that expression of the thing that I thought that I wasn't was connected to some sort of shame or not okayness. And then I come out here. I come out here into the natural world. And today, the weather has called for thunder and lightning. And that's not it's not a common thing, where I'm living, for thunder and lightning to be on the weather forecast. And when that happens, I pause and I get to experience a sort of break in the usual reflection that I'm getting back from the natural world. And when I hear that thunder, it shakes the reflection of who I thought I was. Literally, that booming sound, it's very stirring, and it shakes me up in a really beautiful way. And I also get to see the beauty of the light breaking the clarity of the sky. It really does sort of break the sky or break, this concept of who I thought I was. And when I receive that reflection back from the beauty of the everything that is the natural world, I get to sit with these different parts of me, whatever polarity I might be stuck in, I get to sit with the opposite thing that I thought I wasn't. And I get to go, am I that? Am I also thunder? Am I also lightning? And when life is calling me into, for example, stepping into a way of being, I can't think of one right now. Here, making videos. Never thought, right? Like, I had an idea in my head of, oh, I'm not someone who makes videos. And when life calls you into stepping into a way of being that you never thought, or that you had previously, right? Like the mind thought that you were not that. When nature reflects back to me, thunder and lightning breaking the sky, breaking what I thought was the status quo, I get to see myself as everything that I could be, with no limitations, with no restrictions, and I feel free. And it doesn't mean that, we all don't have sort of patterns or tendencies in our personalities, or ways of being that are perhaps more natural to us. When I come out here, though, nature shows me that when life calls for something that is beyond who I thought I was, when the weather calls for something different than I thought I was, that something is also a part of the human experience. It is something that is accessible to me, accessible to you. And so I wonder, in your human experience, if you were to ask yourself that question, who do you think you are not? If you asked yourself, what qualities or parts of you do you think that you don't identify with, or like, oh, I could never do that, or I would never see myself like that. I wonder what your thunder might be. And I wonder the circumstances, and maybe it's happening right now for you. I wonder the circumstances of your life situation that might call you into embodying the thunder and the lightning that you also are, whatever that might look like for you. So I wish you more and more of what's already here and already now, in the beauty of the wholeness that the natural world reflects back to us. I know it probably looks like the sun is shining right now. I swear, I swear the weather does call for thunder and lightning today. So I wish you more and more of the beauty of this reflection of wholeness, and stepping into whatever thunder and lightning within you that life might be inviting you into.